How long will a paper head gasket work? Yes, you heard that right. Paper head gasket. Like cereal box cardboard or printer paper or something like that. Something cheap. Will it work in a pinch? We're about to find out. I have a little 2-stroke 50cc moped here. We're going to test this on. Now, I suppose, with this being such a low compression engine, it will last a fairly long time. And if it lasts more than 5 minutes, I'm going to have to figure out how to splice a video. Darn it, little bastard. Bastard. But if it don't last long, and we're going to be running this wide open, you know. If it don't last long, we'll see. And I have the wax facing towards the head, the wax side, simply because if the wax melts to something, I want it to be melted to the head, not the cylinder jug. Because the head is a lot easier to clean up because it's easier to hold without taking off, or without taking off a lot more than you have to. There's a lot less to take off. It's just 4 bolts and 4 washers and a plug wire. Instead of 4 bolts, 4 washers, and then 2 more bolts and 2 more washers and 2 gaskets instead of just 1. I'm going to try and do this all in one shot. Now on a higher compression engine, this will not work. Not very long anyways. This will work a lot longer on this engine than it will on any higher compression engine. You know why? Because the higher compression an engine is, the more cylinder pressure there is. The more cylinder pressure there is, the more power it's putting out. The more power it's putting out, the more cylinder pressure there is on combustion. The more cylinder pressure there is on combustion, the hotter the exhaust temperatures are. The hotter the exhaust temperatures are with the higher cylinder pressure, well, you get the point. It's burning the head gasket, and it's pushing through very, very hard. So, I'm just going to drive this around town a little bit. Hope she starts. Sorry, just a sec here. Oh, she starts, she runs. made it over 1 full mile with a paper head gasket at wide open throttle on a little moped. This thing tends to overheat too, so this is doing pretty good. 2 full miles with a paper head gasket. Let's see what the damage is. I doubt there's a whole lot, knowing how low compression this engine is, but we are about to know for sure. I'm sure the edges are a little crisped. I cut the inside diameter a little bit small, so I'm sure the edges are crisped at the least. Yes, I'm well aware you should not technically take an engine apart while it's still hot. I've never had any bad luck with it, except for occasionally getting a couple burns. But honestly, if you're not willing to get a couple burns, where's your enjoyment in life? Wow. Let me grab a glove real quick. Just a sec here. Hope I have one. Yep, I do. And would you look at this? Just a second, let me take my glove off. Hardly any burning whatsoever. Most of the dark you see here, except for right around the rim right there, that's oil, except for right around the rim. But you can still see the shape I cut it with the scissors. So in a pinch, on something like this at least, a paper head gasket will work, or can work at the least. So that's that. Hope you enjoyed it.